We're going to look at buttons in this lesson. Buttons are unique symbols that we can use to allow interactivity between the viewer and our Flash content. We can set up visual effects, such as mouseovers, that give the viewer feedback, and we can attach ActionScript to our buttons to cause something to happen in our movie when the viewer interacts with the button. I've included a work file for this subject called buttons.fla, and it contains the end result of this discussion about buttons. We're going to be creating a working button symbol that uses an animated mouseover effect. Okay, let's get started by grabbing the text tool. Select all of your options and create some text. Now let's convert this into a button symbol. Either hit F8 or choose Modify and Convert to Symbol. Choose Button Behavior, hit OK, and now double-click this button to edit the button in place. Basic buttons have 4 states: up, over, down, and hit. And these are laid out as labeled frames in the button's timeline. This timeline doesn't work like a normal movie clip timeline, which plays all the frames in order. Instead, it will automatically jump to the appropriate frame based on how the viewer is interacting with it. All we have to do is drop content in at the various points, and Flash does the rest. So, what do each of these states do? Well, the up state of a button is the resting state, with no user input. The over state activates whenever the viewer's mouse cursor is over the button. The down state happens when the viewer is actually pressing their mouse button, or clicking on our button symbol. And the hit state is a special state that the viewer never actually sees. The hit state defines the clickable area of our button. So using this, we can create buttons with a clickable area different than the viewable area. Think about using a plain text object as a button, but it's sitting on top of a background rectangle area that you want to make clickable. The actual filled area of the text is not the size of the background rectangle. To fix this, we need to drop a rectangle shape into the hit state. And that's easy enough. Just put it on another layer. Make a keyframe out at the hit state. And I'll just add some frames to the text layer so we can see where it is. And then on the new layer, create a rectangle at the desired size. Now the viewer is never going to see this rectangle. We don't have to include anything in the hit state though. If we leave it empty, Flash will take whatever is in the up state and make that the clickable area. And that's it for this lesson. Let's move on to the next one, where we'll make this button a little bit better looking.